Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have got a really pretty Seiko Prospex Men's Alpinist 2021 European Edition. So sorry, if you're a girl, you're not allowed to wear this according to Seiko. Strange, but who knows why. So anyway, I think this range of watches, the Alpinist, are just best. They're lovely watches. They really are nice. I actually own one myself, a mini Alpinist, and I absolutely love it. I think their dials are always absolutely superb. And this one, to be fair, is no exception. I say it's only the last, is it 7 years or so when it's become available worldwide, the Alpinist range. But I think they just are really good looking watches. But anyway, before I get too far into the review, I've got to say a massive thank you to Ryan and the team over at Francis Gaye of Coventry for allowing me to review this watch. I say it every time, guys, but honestly, they have got just so many watches in stock, well worth popping in. If you're too far afield, I will leave a link in the description below to their website. So anyway, let's talk sizes first. We are talking 39.5mm. Now, on the website it says 13mm, I'm measuring 12.7, and when you include the Cyclops on top, it adds another millimetre on there, so just be aware of that. The lug-to-lug is a fraction over 46mm, and the bracelet size is 20mm. But let's check that dial out. The dial, I think, always on these watches are just, they really nail it with the dials. I think they are really good. Obviously on this one we have this funky, I think it's like a dark, a kind of blue, yeah, it's kind of like a blue dial, I would say personally. Now you do have these applied hour markers going on here, and they do look really good. They add a bit of bling to that dial. And I like the fact that you've only got minimal amounts of text, but they have got an applied Seiko logo up there, which is nice rather than being printed. Now down here you have the Prospex X, automatic and 200 bar. This watch is a 200 meter capable diver, so that's always nice. I do sometimes think, do they really need to put it on the dial? I don't know, maybe just an X and automatic would look really nice. Let me know what you think of that. So anyway, obviously we have these cathedral style hands. There is loom on the hands. There is also loom on these pips going out here on the hour markers. Now the loom is good because obviously it's a Seiko, they do excellent loom. But to be fair, because there's not a lot of it, it obviously won't last too long on the hour markers. The hands on the other point, they do actually last quite well. I do like how you got the cathedral style hand there, because it really is precise as you look out to the minute track going around there. Now we do have a date down at the 3 o'clock position there with a Cyclops. I know some people don't like them, some people do, but it is what it is. You know, but you have got it there. So as we look past that, we have the bezel. Now obviously Seiko and bezels, yeah, it's always hit and miss, isn't it? Does this one line up? Well, obviously being a compassed bezel, inner bezel here, which is operated with this crown, as you can see, it is super smooth. It really is smooth. Now I've heard some people say obviously that it is a compass bezel, you can't get the alignment wrong, because look, obviously it lines up perfectly, but then look down here. What can you do? It's a Seiko. Yeah, you know, people love them no matter what, but you know, just be aware of things like that. Does it really matter? Not really on this kind of watch. Now as we come past this, we have a flat sapphire crystal with AR coating going on there, and to be fair, it looks great. I still think this is such a really good looking watch. Now the bezel itself, we have got a polished bezel on the outer section here. We've got their classic Alpinist kind of case going on here, beautifully polished. You also have a split going on down there, which actually helps it sit on the wrist, you know, far better. It's also a bit more comfortable, because sometimes when it rides up, you do have this slip going on here, which kind of makes it a bit more comfortable. And I like the fact that you have got a number of surfaces going on here. So 1, 2, then you have this nice bevel going on there, and then this straight line brushwork going, working its way around there. And overall, I think it just looks great. It really is kind of nice. Now, you do have 2 crowns going on. Now, obviously, that being for the bezel, it isn't locked down at all. It is incredibly easy to move, though. But the actual crown itself, this is a screw-down crown. As I say, it has 200 meters of water resistance to it. Let's screw it back in. Will it screw in? Yep, there we go. That's it. Now, as we come round the back, this one, because it is the special edition. Oh, that's a sticker on the back there. But we have a nice view of the movement. The movement, to be fair, isn't the prettiest of movements. It's the 6R35. Now, it's a solid movement. I know a lot of people aren't keen on Seiko movements. It is what it is. But this one, you are talking a 24 dual movement with 70 hours of power reserve. Now, that's a lot. That really is quite impressive. They do that. They have a slower beat rate. As you can see, the second hand on this, in comparison to some of the watches I review, is that little bit slower ticking around there, but it is what it is. On the time grapher, this came out, I think it was pulling about plus 9 seconds a day, 8 or 9 seconds a day. Now, these can be regulated. If you want, you can tune these up, no problem at all. So, have that, always be aware that is something you can actually do. But there are, nice things, but it's bi-directional winding. What I mean by that is on some movements, if you spin it one way, the rotor will spin happily and freely. That's because it's not winding. This has got a magic pause system and it will wind both ways, which makes it more efficient. Companies like Jaeger-LeCoultre, they actually do use the same system. So, it is a good system. Now, the bracelet itself, it's okay. It's not too bad. It feels okay. It'll be pin and collar system. Now, this watch retails at $690. So, you get, $690 is still a decent sum of money to spend on a watch. Do be aware that Francis Gaye will offer you a discount on this, so look to spend round about 600-ish for this watch. Now, the clasp itself is the single fold over. Nice, locks in. You have 2 buttons to release there, which is all good. Now, you only have 2 levels, an extra level, so be it, of micro adjustment. So it's not a lot, but, it's not bad either. The only thing I would say is, obviously, because these are full links, if you had half links, it would make it a bit better. But, it is what it is. You can also get this watch on a leather strap, which does look very, very nice with this anyway. And obviously, companies like Strapcode will, there will be options available. Now, if I zoom out, we'll put it on my wrist, see how it looks. Quick wrist check. I've got the Seiko SKX 007 on. Cracking watch, one of the original divers, but Bob has to go and outdo me as normal. He's wearing the French Yama. Yes, it's the I think it's the Superman 500. I've got 2 different models of these to review, and I'm not kidding. They're really good watches. Really impressed so far. So anyway, quick check. Put this on the wrist and see how it looks. My wrist size is 7¼ inches. Obviously, this watch hasn't been sized for me, but there you go. I think that looks spot on. Say 39.5mm, absolute perfect. Looks superb. Anyway, let me know what you think of it in the comments below, and most importantly, stay safe out there. Bye, guys.